I go to Denver 7's Gary Brode. He's been looking at several of the issues in Denver. Gary, tell us what you're hearing tonight.
Well, and Jessica, you mentioned a couple of the bonds. In total, there were 5 bonds on the Denver ballot here, totaling $450 million. Now, you mentioned a couple, but of course, homeless, also a major topic that voters were asked to weigh in on earlier today as the votes are now being counted in a room directly in front of me. Now, Ordinance 303, I want to take you to that. It would require enforcement of unauthorized camps, which provide a process for private enforcement if the city failed to do the job and allow the city to set up 4 authorized locations on public property. Right now, that measure is failing 54% to 45%. Now, those in favor say that the measure does not alter the current ban on camping in unauthorized areas. It empowers citizens and property owners to enforce this section of the law in court if the city will not. Now, those against, among many things, say it will cost the city millions in legal fees as it works to determine if the initiative could be enforced. And that brings us to Bond 2B, which also deals with homeless population. Right now, that is passing by nearly 60% to 40%, with 39,000 votes for yes at this point. Now, to give you an idea what proposed Bond 2B is, it asks voters if the city should be allowed to spend $38 million to help with housing the homeless. That money would buy the 48th Avenue shelter, buy and convert 300 model rooms to be used as a shelter, and upgrade current shelters as well. And finally, I want to take you over to Ordinance 300. Now, that is the marijuana bill. That would increase taxes on marijuana sales by 1.5%. Right now, that is failing pretty significantly here. 60% now saying no to 40%. It would generate around $7 million projected a year that would be used on pandemic research, preparedness, as well as recovery. So right now we're looking at 60% voting no. Of course, a lot of votes still need to be calculated. As I could tell you right now, we are seeing more votes coming in. We'll keep you updated throughout the night. Reporting live here in Denver, I'm Gary Brode, Denver 7.
It is still early. Thank you, Gary. We'll check back in.